It's Sunday morning on CBS. It's Sunday morning on CBS. And here again is Charles Kuralt.
John Leonard has found something he likes on cable television. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Charles. From USA Cable, we expect reruns, thrillers, and wrestling. They've also got a Ray Bradbury fantasy series and a weekly Swamp Thing. And maybe someday I'll discuss Counter-Strike, in which Christopher Plummer fights terrorism from one of the nicer buildings in Paris. Or Silk Stockings, all about death styles of the rich and famous. Then again, maybe not. The point is, we can count on USA as a sort of B-movie channel, an archaeology of the popular culture. And that's what makes Princes in Exile such a surprise this Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving. A Canadian-made feature film, Princes in Exile, is all about a summer camp for young cancer patients. Instead of breaking bones, it breaks the heart.
This is a camp. It is not a cancer ward with trees. We are here to have fun.
For adolescents, life itself is unfair anyway. So cancer is monstrous, an indecent invasion of privacy, an obscene mystery, and the ultimate affront.
Junior boys, please report to the swim dock immediately.
17-year-old Ryan, played by Zachary Ansley, has a brain tumor. He goes to this summer camp with two ambitions.
Lose virginity, publish journal.
Now, who's gonna make the banner?
He's suspicious of his bunkmates, the other princes with their wigs and guitars and yoga, their Hodgkins and leukemia.
It's called a metaphor. That might have occurred to you if you ever read a book.
Is that right?
He's especially put off by Robert, played by Nicholas Shields, the summer camp's death-defying dirt bike daredevil, the hanging man.
It's gonna be a spoof of doctors.
He rejects
parents, and
Holly,
visitors.
played by Stacey Mistison, who wants him to help her write a skit that makes fun of cancer.
What the hell is so funny about that? You don't have to feel ashamed. You know, not with me.
And he is rejected by Marlene, played by Andrea Roth, the camp nurse who reads his mind.
The other one is...
The other one is to make love to me.
Oh, no. No, who told you that?
Watch your step.
He enters the caves as if into his own mind.
And I wasn't able to move because he had eaten my cerebellum. And I wasn't able to breathe because he had eaten my brainstem.
When Ryan at last
I
is
will
forced
never
to
forget
read
the
from his
panic I
journal,
felt.
the others are appalled.
You're not giving anybody anything, Ryan. You're taking.
Sometimes it's short,
But death creates a community.
but a short life is not necessarily an unsuccessful one.
We can treat you for symptoms.
And this
We
community
can
of the
turn
afflicted
your body inside
creates
out with
its own
drugs and
theater
levels and
in the
your
summer-ending
radiation.
skits.
But I'm afraid we can't care for you. Technology hasn't advanced that far.
Burn the wall! Burn the wall!
It also creates its own art, a sculpture in flames.
We'll see the road straight and wide.
Princes in Exile is a lovely, even a modestly triumphant movie. You may find yourself thinking Wednesday night about other communities of the afflicted, other species of dreadfulness, different kinds of camps. AIDS comes to mind, of course, and heresy and martyrdom, even Cambodia. We were warned against this sort of thinking by Susan Sontag in her splendid essay, Illness as Metaphor. Cancer isn't a metaphor for anything else, neither a pathology of space nor a demonic pregnancy, any more than tuberculosis in the 19th century was a romantic sadness, an emblem of refinement, a disease of the soul. Nor is HIV a punishment for guilt or the fearful projections of a sick culture. Illness is illness, that other kingdom of exile to which all of us, dual citizens, eventually belong. Watching this movie, however, it seemed to me that we can't help ourselves. Death is normal, but as surely as we will die, we are also machines for making metaphors about it. Metaphors are our way of thinking about death, as well as our way of pretending not to think about it. From the beginning, in all art and all religions, these are the nets we cast to snare the terror, to abolish the loneliness, to cry out for community, and sometimes to find it.
Meet Marcia.
You can't get married. You've got to shop around.
Meet Eve.
Uncle Willie has a great ass.
Meet Linny.
There's a lot more to this world than just books and homework, Marcia.
They're about to enter a world they never dreamed of.
Way to go, gang.
It's fun. It's crazy. It's wild. It's State Park. It's the wildest state of mind.
What? I have to get this blown up. Do the blowjob later. There's something out there.
Just about anything can happen in State Park.
Gee, thanks a lot, Willie, for saving me.
Thousands line up to get into it.
We can camp out just like the pioneers.
But no one ever gets over it. It's the party you can't miss.
Johnny's so cool. He's funny and smart and good-looking.
Want to dance?
I have a boyfriend.
And the experience you'll never forget. State Park. The place that's inhabited by the wildest creatures found in nature.
For that, I'm only allowed to exterminate insects.
Ranswell's trying to dump toxic waste right here in the park?
And if I can prove it, I'm gonna stop that son of a bitch.
You worried about the competition? We eliminate the competition.
Sorry, Dick.
You're absolutely amazing, man. You ran what? At least 20 miles, right? Through woods, up hills, over rocks, and who knows what else in less than 2 hours. With plenty of energy left to beat the living shit out of me. Was it something I said?
I hate camping. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You starve, you get cold, you get eaten up by bugs.
This sort of behavior is unacceptable.
The party never stops in a park that really rocks.
All this time you just wanted me for my bear suit, huh?
No. I was only after the reward.
State Park. Take a hike on the wild side. It'll bring out the animal in you. State Park.
On February 8th, Time magazine reported a futuristic subculture erupts from the electronic underground. New York Magazine discovered a sound that created a new music scene and revived the city's nightlife. On March 1st, more than 5,000 young people converged in an abandoned warehouse in New York City. The event was illegal. The man they came to see was the victim of a violent tragedy, now resurrecting his life in a strange subculture he knew nothing about, guided only by faith and the love of a young woman who found him. Cyberstorm. He changed the face of music forever. His tragedy, his struggle, his passion. Cyberstorm, a techno music love story for the 90s.